Okay, before we get into the actual installation, I just want to give a huge thanks to Coop over at Garage Gym Reviews. Some of you may have seen the video that he put out last week recommending these parts kits, so really appreciating for that. On a related note, soon after he did mention them, I sold out. So although they are still available for purchase on eBay, I'm not able to ship them out quite as fast as I would like to. I'm working on getting as many made as fast as I can, and as soon as I have those, I'll ship them right out to you. So definitely appreciate your patience. So quick disclaimer, I'm not affiliated with Rep or Pepin in any way, shape, or form. This is a do-it-yourself project, so it's do at your own risk. If it's something that you don't feel comfortable doing, making these modifications, I would definitely recommend getting somebody a little bit more experienced to help you out. It is fairly easy, should only take about 5 to 10 minutes to do it, other than letting the Loctite cure. And then also, here's a quick close-up look. So we got this stainless, and I've also got some black ones. So the screws will be stainless in either option, whether you order the black set or the stainless set. And I've got a link in the description if you're interested in buying some and haven't picked some up already. Okay, this video is to show you all how to install the new upgrade parts kit for the Rep X Pepin Fast Series dumbbells. Apologize for those of you who've been waiting. I've been out of town for a while. Finally had a chance to get this knocked out. So here's the before. So you see the notorious, key ring set up here in that spring pin, as well as the little weight slider mechanism parts here. So we're going to go from that to this spring pin right here. Locks in place. And then you see this low profile modified parts over here too. So first what you want to do is get a 8mm wrench as well as a 4mm Allen wrench. So we'll start with the spring pins. So just get that 8mm wrench and then just loosen this up a little bit, and it should twist out pretty easy. For me, it's going to be just a little bit tougher because I've installed the modified ones that's got just a little bit of thread locker in there. So once you get that loosened up, you should be able to just untwist it pretty easy just with your fingers. Okay. So once you get that, you'll get your 4mm Allen wrench and the same 8mm crescent wrench. And then these have some thread locker pre-installed, so it will probably take just a little bit of force, but once you break that bond, it should come pretty easy. So then once you do that, once you break that, you should be able to get it off fairly easy just with your fingers. Okay. So now we just go ahead and take this out. So next you're going to grab your thread locker. So I just use purple, it's not as strong. You can use blue if you want to, but just keep in mind, even with the purple, if you ever have to remove these spring pins, it will likely ruin them. What we'll do is just get a tiny bit. So once we have that on there, then we go ahead and just grab this adder plate and screw it in. So you want to check the other side. Screw it in till it's flush. Okay, that's all there is to it. And then just set it aside and let that Loctite cure for about 24 hours. So just as a reminder, be very careful about how much thread locker you put on. Just the tiniest amount possible should be fine. If you put too much on, you risk getting it into some of those moving parts, and then once it cures, your parts might be ruined. Okay, so for the weight adjustment slider mechanism, I'll take these three parts right here. So this is the original part that came with the dumbbells. So hold on to that. And then you'll take this replacement screw, which is a little bit shorter. Go ahead and put it in there. And then we'll grab the Loctite once again. And just put just a tiny little bit. So once we got that, go ahead and put it back just the way it was. And then take the low profile modified round nut here. And then just screw it on as much as you can with your fingers. And don't drop it like I did. Okay, and then go ahead and take the 8mm wrench, and you'll find a really small flat spot that you can kind of get it on. They're, you know, super low profile, so you don't have a whole lot to get a hold of. So go ahead and get the wrench on there, and then get the Allen wrench on the other side, and then just go ahead and get it snugged up, and then you're done. Okay, now the Loctite's cured for about a day. Let's go ahead and test it out. And by the way, whenever you use these, make sure that the pins are engaged. Don't leave them out like this. Make sure they're engaged. That way you're not going to have these weight plates falling. Okay, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, and for those of you that might be, checking this out and don't have these parts yet, I'll post a link. You can actually get them on eBay, so I'll post a link in the comments as well as the description. Thanks again.